Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and it's a weird slate. I'm going to say it's a weird looking slate, not because it's just a bunch of baseball, but we had games move from Sunday to Saturday, which creates a lot of double headers, which causes a lot of confusion, which causes me not to want to bet a lot of this baseball. So it's going to be interesting. We'll get into every game here, or almost every game. We won't be getting into any game twos like we never do. But we have lines for some game twos, but not game ones, which is interesting as well. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. Football pissed me off, and baseball was meh. It went about broke even. But I started off with the Royals' first five. They had a 2-0 lead. They gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the fourth, lost the first 5, and then took the lead in the sixth. So that was fun. The Guardians gave up 3 runs in the first and never came back from that. So that was a loser. Washington Nationals' first 5 money line, never in doubt, ever. Totally weren't down 6-1 and scored 6 runs.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah, in the fourth inning, both teams traded a touchdown with no field goals. So that was fun to see. And the team total over was a winner as well. Atlanta Braves are a useless organization. They only put up 4 runs, and I had the over 4.5 for them, and the full game over 9. Both of those were losers. Brew Crew get the job done. Money line there was a winner. Split out on that Rockies game. I had the first 5 money line at -120 and the first 5 under 6. And the Rockies put up 5 runs in the first inning. Angels' first 5 was a push. Oakland first 5 was a loser. Ended up rebetting it, and it lost. And then probably one of my favorite calls of the day yesterday, the Marlins snap the 11-game winning streak of the LA Dodgers. Marlins team total over 3.5. Marlins money line, never in doubt. Nice little winners to end the night there. Did go 6-6-1 in the MLB, down 0.02 units. So, meh. NFL, I should have just added the Panthers and kept the Falcons off my card. Panthers would have covered the +3. Giants won outright, but over 39 was a winner. Falcons first half and full game were losers. So 1 and 2 down 0.82 units in the NFL. The hot streak comes to an end there last night for the CFL. I won my first play with the Stamps +3.5 first half, but then lost the team total over 19.5 because Paredes missed a kick wide by like 2 feet at the end of the game. In the over 47. It's tough to go over the total when all they do is kick field goals. I think the only touchdown scored last night was a pick 6.
Oh, geez.
So, there's no offensive touchdowns. It was just a field goal fest, which sucked. So that finished 1 and 2 down 0.87 units. The one bright spot of my day was the WNBA, which went a perfect 3-0 for me, up 1.50 units. Chicago, Atlanta under was a winner. Minnesota, Seattle under was a winner. New York, Phoenix under was a winner. 3 unders, 3 winners, 3-0, up 1.5 units. Overall yesterday, 11, 10, and 1, down 0.18 units. Overall in August, 150, 157, and 12, down 13.94. So still trying to climb out of it. We keep going.
Another profitable day on the site, though, yesterday. So I'm happy with that. We're still down 5 units for the month of August. but we were up 1 unit yesterday, and it could have been a hell of a lot better. Because we started off really good. Starting off with Nottingham money line earlier in the day, EPL, nice little winner there, 2-1. Our boy Gavin Williams got shelled, which was not fun. Ooh, Liverpool goal. All right, 1 goal away from hitting the over in that one. You hit your over in the Giants game. I hit the over in the Sun game. Got a push on the Fever. Washington money line against the Philadelphia Phillies, plus 161 was a nice winner. Under in Atlanta. Now that's 15-1 in our last 16 games to the under. Had to really sweat out Colorado. Like that one, I'm joking. I never mark plays early, Nick. I marked that a winner when it was 9-1. And I moved on because I was going to go to bed. And I wanted to see where we were. I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to have maybe a positive 2, 3, 4 unit day. Woke up in the morning, saw Winnipeg over a loss, LA Angels loss, Phoenix loss, Seattle loss. I'm like, oh, really? Still had a profitable day, but it's just like it was so much better. It could have been so much better, and it just wasn't. It is what it is. Still up on the day, but dang, it could have been a lot better of a day. Just missed out on a couple. The Liberty won by 22 after playing last 2 nights ago. They were playing a back-to-back, and they still won by 22. Watch out for that Liberty team. There might be some value in them going up against the Aces in the finals. But we ended up going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, and 1, up 1.1 units on the site. Slightly profitable. We'll take it. And by the way, I'll be here until about 10:55, 11-ish, and then I have to go. We got to throw that one out there now. So I'll be here for about 15 minutes today.
Oh, okay. You need to work on your commitment.
I'm here every day, so shut up.
Yeah,
I could have said I'm taking the entire thing off. But I'm going to Ryan's Taekwondo tournament, so excited for that. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll head to the chat here. Real Deal Prime in the house saying RJ. Yo, says Markel. Got sold out last night by the Dodgers. Yeah, under 38 in the Falcons. There you go. Dodgers, loser, Padres, winner. 2-0 yesterday. Dream under, and the Bengals -6.
+6.
Yeah. Oh, +6, yeah. Judge and Ohtani hit her fantasy score. Judge cashed late, and Ohtani cashed early. There you go. Truly discussing the Dodgers. It was beautiful to watch. The only problem is I end up live betting the Dodgers +5.5 on stream. Trying to middle that game.
What was the final score?
11-3.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Wasn't close. Wasn't close.
No, it was not.
Cash the Astros, Mariners under 4.5 first 5, Phillies, Nationals over 9. There you go. And the Yankees, Red Sox over 9. There you go. Did the Red Sox beat the Spankies again today?
Yes.
We'll get into that. I believe that's the first game we'll be going over for today.
Yes.
Braves -2, and them O's. Yep.
O's, baby.
Leon money line and San Luis money line. Cash all plus money. Stay off baseball. European soccer is back fair. Waiting on 4 games. A bunch of these things I don't know how to pronounce. In Bundesliga. Cool. That game over 3.5. Cash early 3-3 right now at halftime. There you go. Do we keep going under in Tigers Guardians? We will get into that in a little bit. I have not placed a single bet yet in the MLB. So we'll kick it on off here. The New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. The Yankees are -155 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. It opened up at a 160 for the Yankees. It went all the way down to a 145. It's now back up to a 163. So it's a 3-cent line movement towards the New York Yankees in this one. Line opened up at an 8. It's up to an 8.5, expecting maybe Cole gets hit here. It's actually more Cutter Crawford gets hit because the line's also moved towards the Yankees. Let me get up Action Network under MLB. I'm not really looking at the NFL at the current second. even though I'm kind of interested in a couple extra spots there. We have 26% of the tickets and 39% of the cash is on the Red Sox. 74% of the tickets, 61% of cash on the Yankees. The line's moved slightly towards the Yankees. 76% of the tickets and 84% of the cash is on the under, and yet this line has gone up. This line's gone from an 8 to an 8.5. Taking a look at Ballpark Pal. Let's adjust this for today's slate here. Come on, click, load. Just taking a minute to load, which is fun.
Yep.
When that does that, we'll look at the pitching matchup. Cutter Crawford and Garrett Cole. Cutter Crawford 3.97 ERA, 1.15 WHIP, 8.74 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 1.99 walks per nine, a 274 BABIP, a 4.54 FIP, and a 4.38 SIERA. On the flip side, Garrett Cole 2.70 ERA, 0.9 WHIP, 8.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 1.89 walks per nine, a 244 BABIP, a 323 FIP, and a 3.62 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Red Sox here in this one. 3.87 FIP, 3.87 SIERA compared to 4.20 FIP and a 3.75 SIERA. Hitting advantage does go towards the Red Sox. 103 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 87, which is 24. Now that we have a Ballpark Pal, Yankee Stadium is plus 3% overall runs today, plus 17% home runs, minus 9% doubles, triples, minus 1% singles. Kind of want to take a look at real quick where this first five has moved. It opened up at 160. It's moved up to a 165. I'm kind of interested in the Yankees early in this game. I don't know if I want to back. I don't want to back them full game, but I want to see what their first five run line is with Garrett Cole here. Minus 120. I'm leaning that direction for this spot. I think the Yankees can come out early and have a lead. Garrett Cole shoves again. But then the bullpen blows the lead or something along those lines. So I'm kind of interested in the Yankees here. First five run line with Cole.
No, thank you. I'm trying to pull up. There was one stat. There are two teams, Nick, in the MLB that are hitting under 231 batting average this year. Those teams are the Oakland Athletics and the New York Yankees. So their offense has been absolutely pathetic. I will say I do kind of lean over in this game. I like the Red Sox in this one. Plus, you get the Yankees, who are coming into this one losing 6 straight games. And if you're wondering, oh, well, Garrett Cole can come in and solve this, right? No, I don't think so. Because Garrett Cole, the Yankees are 1-3 in his last 4 starts. So not even Garrett Cole's helping with the streaks. Yankees have lost 6 straight, 7 out of 8, and they are completely falling apart. I like the Red Sox to keep it going in this one. I know, I understand the line because it's Garrett Cole pitching. I don't care. I like the Red Sox in this game. I know you like the Yankees, but I'm all over Boston to keep up their winning streak, to keep on winning. And I kind of like the over in this game, too, because I think Garrett Cole gets hit.
Fair. I think I do want to pull a trigger on this first five here with the Yankees. Only the first five, because I can see the full game going to the Red Sox. Their bullpen's just been much better. So it's kind of where I'm looking at there for that one.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll head back to the chat real quick. Nathan thinks there's value with the Red Sox. Yep. Cubs run line today. We'll talk about that game next. But yes, I like to back the Man of Steel today. And yep, I'm sold on the Red Sox. Let's get it. Markel. Let's head to the next game.
Yep, and I'm gonna make it official here. New York Yankees first five minus a half, at minus 120. All right, Chicago Cubs and the Kansas City Royals. The Cubbies are minus 195 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's get into it here. Brady Singer and Justin Steele. You got a good pitching matchup. Line opened up at 185. It's up to a 195, so a 10-cent line movement towards the Cubbies here. Line opened up in a 9.5. It's down to a 9, so the line moved towards the under, and the line moves towards the Cubs, suggesting Justin Steele pitch as well. Taking a look at this game, 65% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is on the under here in this spot. 94% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Cubs. So all the money, all the tickets are on the Cubs. The line has moved towards the Cubs, though. I will give it that. But that is kind of interesting there. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal for Wrigley Field. Let's see if it's good conditions or bad conditions. It's good conditions today. Plus 6% runs, plus 9% home runs, plus 4% doubles, triples, 0% runs. We only have 3 stadiums 10% or higher. 2 of the normal ones, and then Progressive Field later. So this is the highest non-double digits. So not a ton of good hitting condition weather today. Both these pitchers have been strong. Brady Singer, 2.45 ERA, 0.76 WHIP, 9.55 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%. Dad, we're literally live right now. 1.64 walks per 9, a 2.22 BABIP, a 2.35 FIP, and a 3.27 SIERA. On the flip side, Justin Steele, 3.77 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, 10.36 strikeouts per 9, which is 26. 2.51 walks per 9, a 3.58 BABIP, a 3.71 FIP, and a 3.65 SIERA. And then the bullpen advantage goes towards the Chicago Cubs, 4.58 FIP, 4.12 SIERA compared to 5.50 FIP and a 4.90 SIERA for the Royals. And then the hitting advantage does go towards the Cubs, 137 WRC plus, which is second against righties the last 30 days. Royals 81, which is 20th. The Royals are hitting righties better than lefties right now. And I do want to look up one thing real quick before I look to make this bet. I'm looking at this first 5 under. But I believe Brady Singer, wow. I don't know if I want to do that with Brady Singer on the road, though, because his ERA is 2.5 runs higher on the road than it is at home. A 6.52 ERA on the road. His last road start, he gave up 3 earned runs against the Red Sox. And then the previous one before that, he gave up 2 earned runs against the Yankees. His bad starts were just against Cleveland and Detroit. I think the first 5 under is a decent look in this game. Out of 5, I think that's not a bad look. Let me just see if it is a 5. It is a 5. So I lean first 5 under here.
I don't hate the under, but the play that I like the most is the Cubbies. And yes, it's a run line because I'm not laying minus 195. Justin Steele is still kind of in the conversation for Cy Young at this point. 2.79 ERA with a 13-3 record. So he has been – he's one of the reasons why the Cubbies are really close to a playoff spot at the moment. And I want to back him. And I'm not – obviously, this Kansas City team's not good. They are not a good team whatsoever, and I want to fade them whenever I can. So what I'm going to do is I am going to be taking the Cubbies. I'm going to take them on the run line, which is probably not too bad because they are at home, minus 105. I like the Cubbies today, Nick.
Yeah, I've been cashing a lot of overs with this Royals team, but I think we're starting to see some unders here with this Cubbies team. I think I want this first 5 under at 5. I'll move on it. Huh?
Good luck.
First 5 under 5. Yeah, first 5 under 5 minus 112.
I don't hate the under, but I'd rather go Cubbies today.
Yeah, I understand that.
We'll head back to the chat. Jay Peasy in the house. Give me the over and the plus 145 with the Sox. I like that. I like both of those. Singer straight dealt in his last game, but does he run it back against the Cubbies? I'm going to say no. I'm going
to say yes. I like Brady Singer. I'm going to say yes.
I'm often a day late and $1 short. Lost back in Cubs yesterday, which means they probably win today. Get it? I'm hoping they win today. Cubs got to win the games like that. They do. If they want to have a shot at the division, they do. And
Division. How about the wild card?
Even with the wild card,
They're tied with the Marlins for the wild card right now.
Yeah, and Marlins winning last night kind of hurt them too. So, no, yeah. If
they're a game behind. They're a game behind. The Reds are tied with the Marlins. That's an interesting wild card race. You got the Phillies and Giants, who are the top
divisional
two.
race between Milwaukee, Cincinnati, and Chicago is 2 games for Cincinnati, 3 games for Chicago.
Yeah,
and these are the games that the Cubbies have to win.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the NL wild card that are separated by 4.5 games from the top wild card to the 6th place team. Then you have the Padres and the Mets right behind them.
Right behind them? No, not right behind
them. 3 games behind the Diamondbacks are the Padres, and 5 games behind the Diamondbacks are the Mets.
Yeah, I'm not sold on it. Minus 195 is hard to get involved. That's why you take the run line at like even money. Morning, guys. Good morning, Dad. How you doing? Yes, third Earle in the house. I see that comment later. Run line Cubs. Yes. Snap a third Earle. Yep. It's our father. I'm on the Cubbies. Yes. I'm worried about the Cubbies going over themselves, to be honest. They could. But Brady Singer's been really good. So, Lee and Royals money line. No, thank you. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are going to win today. Go, Cubs, go. Sorry. This will be the last game I talk you over with. Well, I don't really like this game, but this will be the last game I talk to you with.
Is there a game you would rather finish? I'm just kidding. Is there a game that you would want to touch on before you head on out?
Let's do this one first then.
All right. The Philadelphia Phillies minus 150 against the Washington Nationals. Total of 9 in this spot. I'll throw it to you here first, Tim. You give your thoughts, and then I'll give the full-on breakdown.
Nationals are good right now? That's what I'm looking at. The Nationals have been, like, really good lately. 2 straight, 5 out of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of 14. They're 11-3 their last 14 games. Yes, please. I'm signing up for some Nationals. The lines looks like it's moved towards the Natties because I know this line was a lot fatter last night.
It was.
I like the Nationals to get the job done and keep their I want to say hot streak going. They've been playing some good baseball. It's been interesting to see. Now it's Jake Irving versus Christopher Sanchez. I'm not the biggest Jake Irving fan, but I'm just going to continue to ride a hot streak with the Washington Nationals in this one. So that's where I'm going to go for this game to end out my thing. I'll send you a list of all the plays I like and what we can put up on the site. But give me the Nationals in this one, Nick.
Yeah. Looking at the line history in this one, the line opened up at a 170. Oh, you're going to head on out? All right.
Yep, I got to go. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck, everybody.
And there he goes. That's Tim, everybody. But the line moved from 170 to a 144 for these Phillies. Total opened up at a 9.5. It's down to a 9. And let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. 45% of the tickets and 91% of the cash is on the Washington Nationals. 51% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on this under here as well. And the line has moved down towards the under. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal here, see what type of hitting conditions we have at Nationals Park. Plus 5% runs, 0% home runs, plus 5% double triples, plus 3% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one, where we have Christopher Sanchez and Jake Irving. Christopher Sanchez, 3.54 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 8.36 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%, 2.25 walks per 9, a 2.25 BABIP, a 5.26 FIP, but a 3.64 SIERA. On the flip side, Jake Irving, 4.34 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 9.31 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%. 2.17 walks per 9, a 2.63 BABIP, a 5.95 FIP, and a 3.96 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Phillies here, 4.15 FIP, 4.23 SIERA compared to 4.33 and 3.98. The hitting advantage goes towards the Natties here, 108 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 91, which is 21st. I am looking at these Nationals a little bit as well. I think I like them early here in this spot in the first 5 innings. let's take a look at what type of line we can get for the Natties first 5. Plus 124 when they're plus 132 full game. So they are putting some respect on the Washington Nationals name, who have won 3 in a row now. And I want to grab them here at plus 124 in the first 5 innings here with the Washington Nationals early in this game. So we're going Natties first 5 here in this spot at plus 124. Let's track that. There we go. And you guys got to bear with me. I'm going to be tracking plays as I bet them as well. Any unders in preseason? I do not have any unders. I bet a lot of overs and today, and a lot of lines are moving against me, which makes me a little nervous, but it is what it is. Nationals again, why not? I know, right? Nationals money line is my favorite play. Play the Nationals. F it. Yeah, first 5, guys. First 5, not full game. Natties roll. I think we continue to see the Nationals continue to play well. We'll move on here. This is game 1 between the Angels and the Rays here in this spot. Rays are minus 135 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's see. This is game 1 with it, which is Chase Silseth and Tyler Glasnow. This line has gone from a 135 to a 142. The line opened up at an 8.5 at minus 105. It's now an 8.5 at minus 102. So a 3-cent line movement towards the under and a 7-cent line movement towards the Rays in this game here. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. 36% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on the under here, and which kind of makes sense because this line has moved only slightly towards the under, though. So I feel like that line should have moved a little bit more. 60% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the Rays. I kind of agree with that with Mr. Glasnow on the mound. Glasnow 1.67 ERA, 0.78 WHIP, 10.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%, 2.33 walks per 9, a 2.20 BABIP, a 2.15 FIP, and a 2.85 SIERA. On the flip side, Chase Silseth 1.59 ERA, 0.88 WHIP, 12.31 strikeouts per 9, which is 35%, 1.99 walks per 9, a 2.29 BABIP, a 3.48 FIP, and a 2.69 SIERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards these Tampa Bay Rays. 4.26 FIP, 3.55 SIERA compared to 5.16 FIP, and a 4.28 SIERA. Hitting advantage goes towards the Rays here, 118 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 87, which is 23rd. Even without Wander Franco in the lineup, this team has been hitting. So this Rays team, I really don't have too much worries for them here, honestly. And I kind of like them in this spot. The lines move towards them. The bigger bets are coming towards them here. I like Tyler Glasnow, and I want to find ways to back Tyler Glasnow any way, shape, or form I can, because I think he's arguably one of the best pitchers the last couple months. And a little expensive here, minus 145 and minus 142. It looks like I'm going to have to go minus oneing them. I'm going to have to lay the I can go 145 and 142. That'd be kind of expensive, though. 140, that'd be, yeah. But I'm going to just do it here. Rays first 5 money line at minus 145. Rays full game money line at minus 142. I think this is a game where Glasnow shoves and they take care of business here at this spot. So I think the juice is worth the squeeze here rather than laying any type of runs, because I do think this this game projects towards an under, which I don't want to lay run lines when I'm needing to cover. I don't want to lay run lines when I'm projecting a lower scoring game, so lower variance. I just want to have the Rays to win this game. So first 5, and I don't want to lay half a run either with the Rays in this spot. I want the ability for a push to be available here as well. So first 5 at minus 145, full game at minus 142. A little bit chalky. If you want to just lay the minus 1 line and lay the half a run, that's fine as well. I'm just going to target the money lines here in this one. Nathan saying the Rays and Tyler Glasnow. Yep, I'm late. Morning, everybody. Hit the parlay saying Miami, Baltimore, Washington. Hell yeah, there you go. And a pass there for Markel. So we will keep on keeping on here. A game that was very nice to cash yesterday, and they are back at it today. The Texas Rangers are minus 120 with a total of 8 here against the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between Milwaukee and Texas. Dane Dunning and Freddie Peralta is your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 135. It's down to a 120. Line opened up at an 8. It's down 8.5. It's down to an 8, suggesting that Peralta pitches well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, see if it represents a move towards the under and a move towards the Brewers. 76% of the tickets and 97% of the cash is on the Texas Rangers. And the line has moved towards the Brewers in this one here. Very, very interesting there. 27% of the tickets and 60% of the cash is on the under. That makes a lot of sense too, the way that line has moved. Looking at Ballpark Palace, the normal minus 7% for Globe Life Field. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Peralta's been awesome. 3 ERA, 0.97 whip, 13.2 strikeouts per 9, which is 38%, 2.4 walks per 9, a 295 BABIP, a 253 FIP, and a 2.67 SIERA. On the flip side, Dane Dunning with a 4.08 ERA, 1.26 whip, 10.67 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%. 2.83 walks per 9, a 310 BABIP, a 4.10 FIP, and a 3.46 SIERA. I do think the pitching advantage is a pretty significant one towards the Brewers here in the spot. The Brewers also have the bullpen advantage. 4 FIP, 3.49 SIERA compared to 4.86 and a 3.71. The hitting advantage goes towards the Rangers here in this spot. 122 WRC plus, which is 5th. Compared to 82nd, which is 82, which is 28th for the Brewers. The Brewers are struggling against right-handed pitching, but I still believe this is a Brewer spot here, and we're getting them as a dog in this one. I like them as a little dog in the spot. They were little dogs last night. This Brewers team is playing pretty well. What have they done lately? They are currently on only a W1, but they've won 6 of their last 10 games. I like this Brewers team, and I think they have potential to make noise in the playoffs. And I want them here against these Texas Rangers. First 5 is a minus 101. Full game is a plus 110. So I'm going to grab both those with the Milwaukee Brewers here in this spot. Just got the first 5 at minus 101. And now let me lock in my bet on the full game plus 110. I like the Brewers in the spot. I think this situation sets up pretty well for Milwaukee. Nice pitching advantage with Peralta over Dunning. I'm not a fan of Dunning at all, and we'll roll with Milwaukee. And I'm getting plus money for them full game, and only slight juice for the first 5. So there we go. Milwaukee against the Rangers here. Let's take a look here. F them Power Rangers. Brew Crew money line. There we go. Rangers get back today. I disagree. Pass. I think the Rangers win tomorrow against Hauser. I can see that. Brewers money line for good night Munchie. Same. I think Dunning is overrated. I think so as well. I think the whole Rangers are still overrated, but that's beyond the point. Had to step away, but the first 5 covered by Washington was crazy yesterday. Right? Never in doubt. Never, ever in doubt. Nice, easy, no sweat winner there with those Washington Nationals first 5. Liam Brew Crew there for Mr. Nathan Cerna as well. As we will continue on through the card here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games remaining in this one. The Toronto Blue Jays are in Cincinnati to take on the Reds here. Minus 140 for the Natties with a total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here between Brandon Williamson and Chris Bassett. This line opened up at a 135. It's up to a 146 now. Line opened up at a minus 120 for the over 10. It's now an over 10 at even money. So the line's actually gone down, which is kind of interesting there. And the lines move towards these Blue Jays. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, see if it represents a line move towards Toronto and a line move towards the under. 52% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the under in this game. Doesn't surprise me. Everybody just saw this game finish 1-0 last night. I think we could see more runs in this game, but I really don't want to go against the market like that. I've learned that that's usually a losing proposition for me when I try to stand up against the market. And then we have 49% of the tickets and 87% of the cashes on the on the Reds in this spot. And the lines move towards the Blue Jays in this game. I think the Blue Jays are the look in this spot at the moment. Great American Ballpark is one of the two stadiums today above 10%, or three above 10%, plus 12% runs, plus 17% home runs, plus 11% doubles, triples, plus 0% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, it is Brandon Williamson and Chris Bassett. Bassett 3.30 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 3.60 walks per 9. A 278 BABIP, a 4.29 FIP, and a 4.43 Sierra. That's the only thing that I'm struggling with here with the Blue Jays in this spot is backing Bassett on the road specifically because he's much better at home. And Williamson's been better. 3.18 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, 9.21 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%. 2.86 walks per 9, a 250 BABIP, a 3.54 FIP, and a 4.01 Sierra. Bullpen advantage definitely goes towards these Toronto Blue Jays. 3.89 FIP. 4.24 Sierra compared to 5.11 FIP and a 4.18 Sierra. And the Blue Jays are hitting lefties better than almost everybody in baseball. 148 WRC plus, which is second in the MLB compared to the Reds hitting righties 103 WRC plus, which is 14th. I lean Toronto in this spot. I wanted to get to Toronto in this spot. I just don't know if I can trust Bassett here. And that's my main worry here is Chris Bassett. Let's take a look at his home road splits because I believe they're pretty significant. Actually, not as bad as I think they are. At home, a 2.78 ERA. On the road, 3.24. So not actually as I hype that up way more than it actually is. Maybe I make a move on the Blue Jays here. I would lean towards that direction. Whether or not I want to lay the -1 with Toronto full game. What type of line would that be? -1 with Toronto full game, because I can see the Reds winning the first 5 and the bullpen striking for Toronto late. It would be 146 and 101. All right, so let's see what 146 and 101 is. Minus 146. Be a minus 122 for the -1 line here with Toronto. I lean in that direction. Don't think I'm getting involved in this game, though, but it would be a lean towards Toronto here for me. Jays money line, I can definitely see that. I was thinking maybe Jays team total over, but I don't like the way that total is dropping. And it's a 5.5, and I hate 5.5s. So, but I'm not betting it. 5-3 Jays win. Yeah, hard to trust Bassett. What has Bassett done as of late? That's the big question here too. Has he been pitching better, or has he been meh? 4 earned runs, 1 earned run, 4 earned runs, 2 earned runs, no earned runs, 2 earned runs, 3.0 4. So he's either really good or really bad. It's pretty much no in between. Outstanding. So yeah. I don't trust the Jays or the Reds, but leaning Jays. Pass, believe, lean Reds. Good stay off game. Yeah. I think it's at the end of the day, it's a good stay off game for that one. We'll keep moving on here. Guardians and Tigers. These two teams just played the doubleheader yesterday. Minus 160 for the Guardians. Total of 8 in the spot. Matt Manning and Tanner Bibby is your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 130. It's up to a 162. A big line movement towards these Cleveland Guardians in this one. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's up to an 8. So the line moving up and the line moving towards the Guardians here in this one, suggesting that Matt Manning is vulnerable in this game. Looking at the cash flow in this one, we have 32% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the Tigers, and yet this line's moving towards the Guardians. 35% of the tickets and 45% of the cash is on the over, and the line's moving towards the over, even though 65% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the under in this game, which is kind of interesting there. Taking a look at Ballpark Pal on this one. Progressive Field is the non-obvious field that's high on runs today because the other ones are Coors Field and Great American Ballpark, Progressive Field plus 10% runs, plus 9% home runs, plus 12% doubles, triples, plus 1% singles, suggesting that we could have a good hitters friendly conditions today. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, though. It's not Rodriguez, it's Matt Manning. I originally had Rodriguez in my spreadsheet for whatever reason. Let's quickly switch that over to Matt Manning. Updating on the fly because we are just that good. Matt Manning's been horrible. 6.38 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, 6.38 walks per nine, which is 16%, 2.63 walks per nine, a 273 BABIP, a 609 FIP, and a 528 SIERA. On the flip side, Tanner Bibby, 1.97 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, 6.99 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 1.93 walks per nine, a 284 BABIP, a 3.51 FIP, and a 4.16 SIERA. Open advantage goes towards these Guardians, 3.86 FIP, 3.90 SIERA compared to 4.06 and 4.07 SIERA. Slight hitting advantage goes towards the Tigers here, 105 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 102, which is 16th. But looking at this spot for me, I kind of think the Guardians are worth a look in this spot, and the over. I think I like the over more than anything in this game because it's only an 8. And this line has gone up from a 7.5 to an 8, I believe, if I remember reading that correctly. Even though majority of the tickets and the cash are on the over, the line are on the under. The lines move towards the over, which I think we can see that here in this one. We can get plus money for the Guardians over 4.5 team total, and we can get minus 106 for this over 8. I like the over in this spot here. I don't know if I want to move on the Guardians here in this spot for the over. Actually, I will move on them. I will move on this team total over 4.5 at plus 105 with the Guardians, and the full game over 8. I like them both here. I think the Guardians are able to light up Matt Manning and hit well here. So that I'll end up going with that here. So we'll go Cleveland team total over 4.5. It is a plus 105, and then we'll go the full game over at an 8. At minus 106 here in this spot. So a little double up on a couple overs here in this Guardians game. Heading back to the chat. Lean Tigers race to 2. Maybe. Tigers. Dog barking. He's letting us know that it's the barking in the Tigers game. Yeah. Do you like the first 5 under 4 in the Astros and Mariners game? I don't know. Valdez has not been pitching well, and I mean, I feel like both those pitchers are vulnerable in that Astros game. We will get into that, but I feel like both those pitchers could be vulnerable there. I am betting Vandy minus 17 against Hawaii. They better beat them by 53 like last year. I have not made any moves on that game. I have not bet a college football game yet. I'm kind of leaning towards Navy and the over against Notre Dame. And I'm kind of now leaning towards UTEP against Jacksonville State. I'm kind of leaning that direction now too because they've flipped from a dog to a favorite. So yeah. What's up though, Earle? What's good? Stop Gio. For what it's worth, I felt like your MLB analysts on the breakdown of the games on the morning shows have been spot on, even through the ups and downs the last few weeks. Appreciate it. Stop Gio. Tigers, baby. Speaking about Detroit, where's Lenny? I don't know. Wasn't my turn to watch him. Hey, morning. Morning, Nick. Morning, Untouchable. NFL preseason. Yeah, I've made some moves in the NFL preseason. I did a free pick video on the Buffalo Bills last night. A lot of the plays I've made, the lines have moved. I like a few spots. I like the over Miami, over in Chicago, even though all the lines moved against me. I got the Jets at minus 137 earlier in the week. They're up to like a minus 165 now. I got the Titans at minus 125 earlier in the week. They're up in the 140s now. I mean, there's a few spots that if you like them, you can grab them there. But yeah. Reds Williamson has a better ERA at home, sub 4. Reds plus 128. I lean towards the Blue Jays in that game. I did not get involved with it though. Dodgers for the slaughter game last night. I wish somebody would have told you guys that last night. I lost a variety of parlays, 3 to 6 legs once. Yeah, I had the Marlins. Team total over 3.5. I had the Marlins money line. Yeah. Lions. I'm leaning towards the Lions early. I think that's a game where the Jacksonville Jaguars cover the full game spread. But if let's take a look real quick. It's just me. I'm running my own show here. Let's do this. You can get the Detroit Lions plus 1.5 in the first half. I like that. If your book has it available, Lions first half, but Jaguars full game, I think is a great look. That's kind of where I'm looking at for that game. Is the a live spot with the Jaguars at halftime, but the Lions to win the first half. Under in Montreal, Ottawa. I did not play a total in that game. I was kind of looking maybe towards a team total over with the Alouettes with Trevor Harris here in this one. You can get over 24.5 with the Montreal Alouettes, but I'm just going to ride with the money line play that I have and the first half as well. Ravens money line keeps dropping in price. They're going to lose their first preseason game in years. I don't know. I seriously don't know how I want to approach that. All I know is if I'm going to be fading the Ravens, it's only going to be first half, not full game, because they'll find a way to win that full game. So maybe Commanders first half, Ravens full game. That's tough though. That is really, really tough that line keeps dropping. Maybe we just grab it and move on. And if we lose, we lose. But I don't know. Game I took the Jets this morning and the Bears plus 5. I was looking at the Bears a little bit too at that plus 5. I just feel like that line's a little wide, and I don't believe Eberflus has lost a preseason game yet, if I'm not mistaken. I told you all that. There you go. Shohei, best MLB player in the last 60 years. He's definitely a hell of a talent. Over in Jaguars Lions, I like that. I've already bet it. Marlins might actually win the series game 2, Miami, game 2, LA. I could see it. I did not move on the game because there's no line for it here. There's no line for game 1, and I don't bet game 2s. Alouettes victory. I 100% agree on this one. I got the Alouettes money line. If we like the Ravens money line, wait till the day itself. It might be a pick 'em. I see minus 125 right now. Yeah, if you want to just keep riding with the Ravens, yeah, why not? Steelers money line. I'm on the opposite side there. I'm on the Bills. Both those head coaches are bet on head coaches in the preseason. I like the over as well. I got the over at 40.5. It's up to a 42.5. Don't know if I can recommend it there. I said this down the stretch about Miami. They were beat down and injured and finished the year playing scrappy as all hell. I like the deadline moves they made too. Yeah, Miami could be sneaky. Definitely. But we'll keep on moving on here. The Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners, minus 145 for the Astros with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history. We have Gilbert and Valdez here in this spot. We have no movement on this total. It opened up at a minus 105 for the over 8 on Bet Online, and it's not moved. Let's see if it's moved on. It has also not moved on DraftKings. Interesting. So really no line movement on this total. We have this line opened up at a minus 145 for the Astros. It's up to a minus 153. So line movement towards the Astros here and no line movement on the total. I'm more interested in the total than I am the side. 48% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the under, yet it's not moving. And then we have 67% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the Mariners, and the line's moving towards the Astros, suggesting that Gilbert could get hit here. Let's take a look at the ballpark power, which is the normal minus 7% that Minute Maid always has. Yep. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Like on paper sounds good, but when you look at their current form, it's not been good. Logan Gilbert and Framer Valdez, Gilbert, 4.40 ERA, 1.26 whip, 10.05 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 1.88 walks per nine, a 3.16 BABIP, a 4.38 FIP, and a 3.52 SIERA. On the flip side, Framber Valdez has really struggled as of late, and there's a no-hitter involved in this. 5.29 ERA, 1.11 whip, 5.29 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 2.23 walks per nine, a 2.29 BABIP, a 5.43 FIP, and a 4.83 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards these Mariners, 3.51 FIP, 3.44 SIERA compared to 5.57 FIP and a 4.62 SIERA. Hitting advantage does go towards towards the Mariners, not Miami. 124 WRC plus, which is 7th. They're really hitting lefties right now. And the Astros are hitting righties, 106 WRC plus, which is 11th. I think we see an over in this game. I think this total is too low. Valdez has really struggled as of late, and I could see this as a little bit of a struggle game for Gilbert as well. And maybe you get a team total over here with the Astros. I mean, or with the Mariners too. 3.5 at -105. I think that is well reasonable looking at that team total for the Mariners. I'm only going to move on this over 8 at -105. I do think that this is a good over spot. Both these pitchers, I think, are very vulnerable. And I think just their names are keeping this total lower than it should be. I think this game should be more up towards the 8.5, 9 range. So getting an 8, I'm going to definitely take that here. Astros and Mariners over 8 here for me in this spot. I think that we see both these pitchers get hit a little bit. Let's take a look here. I'm going to get there with that over. I did there too. No, Timmy. He was here for the beginning. And he left. He went to my little brother's taekwondo tournament. Astros M's team total over. Yep. Timmy. Yeah, no. He's not here anymore at the moment. He'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this on 2x speed since I joined late. I do that all the time. I watch on 2x speed all the time. Good luck with everyone. Good luck today, everyone. Good luck. Early system plays bets Boston, New York over and Cubs run line. Good luck. Nerfy and Seattle, Houston. I'm on the over, so Valdez and Gilbert getting hit a lot last games. Yeah, they definitely did. I had Seattle first 5 plus a half. There you go. Great call. ESB Nationals money line first 5 in full game. Never in doubt. LOL. Phillies had to be jerks and ruin the reverse run line. Unbelievable. That was that was plus like 315. Once the bullpen come, I'll be more agree over 8 here. Yeah. Where's Tim? He went to my little brother's taekwondo tournament. But we'll keep on moving on here. We have 5 games remaining. We get the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're at the Minnesota Twins in this one here. The Twinnies are -170 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Well, let's get into it here. We have Mitch Keller and Sonny Gray in this one. The line opened up at a -175. It's down to a -168. So the line's moved towards the Pirates here in this spot. Line opened up at an 8, and then it's now up to an 8.5. So it's moved towards the over, moved towards the Pirates, saying that potentially Sonny Gray is vulnerable in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. See if it represents a move towards that. 41% of the tickets and 81% of the cash is on the under, and the lines move towards the over, which tells me maybe the over is the look in this game. I have no cash flow on any of these sides, but 69% of the tickets is on the Twins, and the lines move towards the Pirates. Looking at ballpark pal for this one, target field plus 4% runs, plus 6% home runs, -1% doubles, triples, plus 3% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, we have Sonny Gray and Mitch Keller. Keller, 3.75 ERA, 1.80 whip, 10.46 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 3.38 walks per nine, a 4.16 BABIP, a 5.21 FIP, and a 4.13 SIERA. On the flip side here, Sonny Gray, 2.61 ERA, a 0.97 whip, 9.87 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 1.16 walks per nine, a 2.96 BABIP, a 2.39 FIP, and a 3.16 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Pirates here, 3.77 fifth, 3.65 Sierra compared to 4.77 and 3.91. Hitting advantage goes towards the Twins as well, 118 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to the Pirates, 109, which is 10th. So the Pirates are actually hitting a little bit better right now. That doesn't sound right, because I don't think it is right. This is against righties. Are they up that? Yeah, no, they are. They are up. They struggle against lefties, the Pirates here. I think this potentially has the making for an over in this one here with Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Lines move towards the over, even though all the money's coming in on the under. So maybe a little bit of a public under here, but I think we see potential over in this game. Both these teams are hitting well. We can get, 8.5 in this game? 8.5 at -115. Sign me up. I think this is a spot where we see some runs. So over 8.5, Pittsburgh and Minnesota for me in this spot here. So let's track this. Over 8.5 at -115. There we go. All right. Let's head back to the chat here in this one. Here we go. That Astros game is either going way under or way over. I agree. I don't think that's going to finish like 4-3. It's either going to be 2-1 or it's going to be 8-7, something along those lines. Yo. What is good, Joe Kryptonite? Somebody had a good day yesterday. Hate Twins, but they are winning lately. I really like the Twins. This is a Twins team that I was higher on heading into the season than most. I have them winning the division at +185. So I do think that this is a good Twins team. No trust in them, but they are chasing division. Yes, they are. They're playing better. I like to see it. Went 3-1 in the WNBA. Wings, Lynx, and the under in the Mercury game. All W's. Yeah, I went 3-1 in the WNBA last night. It was nice. I had 3 unders that hit. So that was nice. Fever should have won last night. That was disappointing. Yeah, it is what it is. Take a shot here with the Twinkies first 5 money line. I would probably lay the half the run at -110 rather than laying $1.60. Twins came through for me a couple of times, but lost more parlays than win for me, but pass. Yeah. Lions and Steelers. I'm leaning Lions first half. Lions first half, but Jaguars full game. And I'm on the Bills. Patriots and 49ers. I think I'm on both those overs. Or I was leaning Packers. I think. And I'm on the over in the Niners game. I'm on the over in that Niners game. Young QB for Panthers should struggle in the first regular season game at Atlanta. It's much quicker than at Alabama. Bet the Falcons -3. I'm looking at the under in that first game, the under 42 with Carolina and Atlanta, and I'm looking at Carolina's team total under 20.5. I think that's the way I want to approach that game rather than laying the points with the Falcons, because I could see that being and it's up to a 3.5 in spots now. So obviously shop around for that spot, but I'm seeing 3.5 on my book. I'm more interested in the 20.5 team total under for the Panthers in that spot. We'll keep on moving on here. The red-hot New York Mets, -110 favorites against the St. Louis Cardinals. The Mets have won 5 of their last 6 games. Don't let us get hot. I'm being sarcastic, but line opened up at a +105. It's now up to a -107 for the Mets. So the Mets have gone from dog to favorite here. Line opened up at an 8.5 at -120. It dipped down to an 8, and it's back up to an 8.5, -115. So it's moved 5 cents towards the under, and it has moved 12 cents towards the New York Mets. Let's see the cash flow in this game, see if it represents a move towards the Mets here and a move towards the under. 44% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the New York Mets in this game. 62% of the tickets and 74% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move down. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal in this one here, which has Busch Stadium -3% runs, -5% home runs, -8% doubles, triples, +3% singles. Kodai Senga going for the New York Mets versus Miles Mikolas on the other side. Senga 3.67 ERA, 1.37 WHIP, 9 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%. 3.33 walks per nine, a 342 BABIP, a 248 FIP, and a 4.28 Sierra. On the flip side, we have Miles Michaelis, 4.85 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 6.92 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 1.73 walks per nine, a 346 BABIP, but a 3.53 FIP, and a 4.52 Sierra. Bullpen advantage does go towards St. Louis here, which is probably going to make me go more first five in this game. 3.64 FIP, 3.74 Sierra compared to 5.09 FIP and a 4.39 Sierra. And the hitting advantage does go towards the Cardinals here, 115 WRC plus, which is 9th compared to 102, which is 15th. I'm interested in the Mets in this spot, and I want them early in this game. I want the first five with the New York Mets, and I want to get out of there because I could see this bullpen struggle in this game. But with that being said, it's just a clear bullpen edge, I think, for the St. Louis Cardinals, which is just going to limit me to backing Senga. I want to back Senga here and the Mets, and I'm just going to take them first five money line in this spot at minus 110. I think it's a good spot here. The Mets are starting to play better, and I think they're going to continue their winning ways here in this spot. So Mets first five at minus 110 for me in this game. Untouchable taking the Jets, Seahawks, and Packers. I am already on the Jets. I got them earlier in the week at minus 137. Seahawks, I kind of feel like I was leaning towards taking the points with the Cowboys. Don't know if I can trust them there. And the Packers, the Packers there, I was kind of leaning that way as well with Green Bay. Don't know if I'm going to get to that, but I was leaning towards the Packers there in that spot. Undo. Yeah. Also Texans. I was leaning Texans. I was leaning Fish or the Finns first half. But did not get involved with that. Bears, I'm leaning towards the Bears there. I have the over, but I think the Bears are worth a look. And the Bills, I am on the Bills there as well. Senga, I'll go Mets first five. Yes. Don't bet NFL preseason, but maybe I'll try getting some good stuff. Thanks, y'all. There you go. It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets. Yeah. I'm on the Jets and the over in the Bills Steelers. I'm on both those as well. We have 3 games remaining in this on this baseball slate. Interesting that we have lines for, obviously. Braves minus 115 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Kind of an interesting line here because the Braves feel kind of cheap here for Chirinos. Line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 116. And the line opened up at a 9.5 at minus 105. It's down 9.5 at even money. So the line moved towards the Giants and the line moved towards the under, suggesting maybe Logan Webb pitch as well. We have 37% of the tickets and 73% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved slightly towards the under here. And we have 22% of the tickets and 47% of the cash is on the Giants. And this one line moving towards San Fran. Let's take a look at the ballpark pal here for Truist Field. Even 0%, minus 5, 0% runs, minus 5% home runs, plus 3% double triples, plus 2% singles. We have Yanni Chirinos and Logan Webb. Logan Webb, a 3.90 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, 6.9 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 0.9 walks per nine, a 2.92 BABIP, a 2.99 FIP, and a 3.33 Sierra. On the flip side, Yanni Chirinos, 9.33 ERA, 1.75 WHIP, 8.84 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2.95 walks per nine, a 3.86 BABIP, a 5.28 FIP, and a 3.95 Sierra. Wondering why he's on this rotation. I don't know. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Giants here, 3.40 FIP, 3.79 Sierra compared to 4.14 and 3.96. The question is, will the Giants be able to take advantage of Chirinos? And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. 67 WRC plus, which is dead last against righties the last 30 days. Compared to the Braves, number 1 against righties the last 30 days at 139 WRC plus. Logan Webb's been pitching better. This is, I think, a pretty easy stay-off spot for me. I wanted to get involved with the Giants some way, shape, or form in this game. I just don't trust them to score enough runs to compete with this Braves offense. And as bad as Chirinos can be, I think he can have a decent start in this one. With the line at 9.5, we're probably getting a decent price on this first 5 under, which could be a decent look in this spot. But I I don't know at the moment. This looks like a tough game. It looks like a very fishy line that the Braves are only minus 116. And actually, in the first 5 innings, the Giants are the favorite at minus 111. Maybe we just move on the Giants' first 5 in this spot, hoping they can get a couple against Chirinos. First 5 is a 5. I lean towards maybe a Giants first 5 in this game, but I'm not going to move on this one here. It's an easy stay off for me. Are covering the double headers for Padres, Dodgers, and Angels games because of Hurricane Hilary. We don't cover game 2s here because I like to see what happens in game 1s, and I don't bet game 2s of double headers, so I stay off those. We do not have a line for the Dodgers game for game 1, and we do not have a line for the Padres game 1. So we went over Angels, Rays. I'm on the Rays, but we did not go over the other 2 because we didn't have the lines for it. Giants first 5, maybe. Yeah, it's a lean towards the first 5 if I have to get to it. And then Markel stayed off here as well. It's tough to trust Chirinos. I understand why the Braves are minus 115, but yeah, that's just an easy stay off spot for me. 1-800-GAMBLER game here. The Chicago White Sox and the Colorado Rockies minus 110 for the White Sox with a total of 12 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. This line opened up at a minus 105 on both sides. It's moved towards the White Sox up to a minus 112. So a 7-cent line movement towards Chicago. Line opened up at a 12 at minus 125. It's down to 11.5 now. So move towards the under and a move towards the White Sox in this game here. 44% of the tickets and 75% of the cash is on the over, yet this line's moved towards the under. 73% of the tickets and 59% of the cash is on the White Sox, and that's why the line's moved in that direction. Ballpark Pal has this number 1 on the slate, plus 29% runs, plus 13% home runs, plus 40% double triples, plus 7% singles. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here in this one, which is Jesse Schultens and Kyle Freeland, 2 pitchers that leave a lot to be desired. Schultens actually has not been terrible. 3 ERA, 1.21 whip, 8.25 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%. 2.63 walks per 9, a 3.06 BABIP, a 3.93 FIP, and a 4.08 SIERA. Compared to Kyle Freeland, who has really struggled, but he's been better at home than he has on the road, I believe. Recently, 6 ERA, 1.52 whip, 6 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%. 0.86 walks per 9, a 3.24 BABIP, a 6.07 FIP, and a 4.82 SIERA. Once again, these offenses had me questioning whether or not I can rely on the offenses to do anything. Bullpen advantage goes towards the White Sox here. 4.43 FIP, 4.02 SIERA, compared to 4.93 and 4.59. Both these teams suck at hitting. Both 29th against the opponent's pitching arm. The Rockies, 75 WRC plus, which is 29th against righties, and the White Sox, 59 WRC plus, which is 29th against lefties. I mean, as bad as these teams are hitting, I feel like the under is the look in this game. These pitchers leave a lot to be desired, but so do these offenses. And I'm getting a 6 for this first 5. I'm going to move on the first 5 under 6 here at even money in this spot. I think that's just entirely too high with the way these 2 teams are hitting. And I get it. They went way over yesterday. Let's see if they can do it again today. First 5 under 6 at even money here with the White Sox and the Rockies for me here. That Braves pitcher is like a batting practice pitcher. He's not very good. Definitely pass. Yeah. I've got the Braves boosted to plus 125. We'll see what happens. I can take that loss at that number. Absolutely, you could. Rockies money line. I don't really know where to go with the side. I don't know. I like the White Sox first 5 here. Okay, first 5 full game. Yeah. Rays game 1. Yes, I am on the Rays game 1. We'll finish out the slate here with the Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland Athletics in this one here. Let's take a look at the line history here between Baltimore and Oakland. We have Ken Waldichuk and Cole Irving. Line opened up at a minus 175. It is still a minus 175 for the Orioles. It did go down, but there has been some buyback on Baltimore. Line opened up at a 9 at plus 105. It's now an 8.5 at minus 119. So a line move towards the under. No line movement on the side. which 96% of the tickets and 96% of the cash is on the Orioles, 90% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the run line. And there's been no line movement. It's actually moved a little bit towards Oakland at one point. 89% of the tickets and 51% of the cash is on the over here in this game. The lines moved down. I kind of feel the under is the look in this game here. Let's take a look at Ballpark Pal, which has Oakland Coliseum as the second worst hitting conditions on the slate, minus 8% runs, minus 14% home runs, minus 6% doubles, triples, 0% singles. We have Ken Waldichuk and Cole Irving. Irving's not been bad at 3.18 ERA, 1.06 whip, 11.12 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%, 1.59 walks per nine, a 3.10 BABIP, but a 2.47 FIP and a 2.84 SIERA. I do believe that he will only be an opener in this game. He has not. He went 5 innings in his last start against Seattle, so they are stretching him out a little bit there. And on the flip side, Waldichuk has actually not been terrible. 4.18 ERA, 1.24 whip, 10.27 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 3.8 walks per nine, a 3.02 BABIP, a 3.05 FIP, and a 4.11 SIERA. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Orioles. 3.42 FIP, 3.84 SIERA compared to 4.85 and a 4.78. Both these offenses against lefties leave a lot to be desired. I believe this is a lefty. Yeah, both these offenses against lefties. Baltimore has actually fallen off a little bit here against lefties because they were pretty good, and now they're not hitting as well against lefties. No, I typed in the wrong number. 101 WRC plus, which is 14th against lefties, and Waldichuk is a lefty. And then on the other side, 87 WRC plus, which is 19th for Oakland against lefties. Baltimore offensively is not very good. And that is one thing I have picked up. I think the under is worth a look here in this spot as well. It's a 5 at minus 120. I like that a lot. That first 5 under 5, and that's exactly where I'm going to go in this game here. I was looking at that last night. Irving has been better, and Oakland, I think, can struggle offensively a little bit here against Irving. And the Orioles offense does not scare me particularly. So minus 120, first 5 under 5 here, Baltimore and Oakland for me in this one. Let's take a look here. Everyone on this over, but the line moved down. I'm on the under. Baltimore money line, not broken. Don't fix it. Yep. A's dog of the day coming in from Tariq. I like the sound of that. I didn't bet the O's, but I didn't bet the A's. Probably lean that direction. All the money coming in on the Orioles and the line not moving. But I mean, we've seen this a million times with the Orioles, unfortunately. No, Orioles run line in the over. Cole Irving pitching today against his old team. You got a little revenge game there for Cole Irving. And Miami dog of the day for Goodnight Munchie there. But that is everything for the slate here, which means it is time for
housekeeping. And
if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that thumbs up button or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the content today. Follow all of our social medias, all up here: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and all that fun jazz that Tim says every single day. Recap for today, and then we will head on out here in the MLB. Let me get up the card because I don't think I've tracked everything that I bet yet. So we're gonna go game by game. I'm starting off the day with the New York Yankees first 5 minus the half a run at minus 120. Then we move on to the first 5 under in the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago Cubs. I took the Rays first 5 in full game on the money line here. Then we moved on to the Nationals first 5 money line at plus 124. We doubled up on these Milwaukee Brewers first 5 and full game. We passed on Toronto, Cincinnati. We took the over team total over 4.5 and the full game over 8 here between Detroit and Cleveland. We also grabbed some over 8 here between the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros. And we also grabbed over 8.5 between Pittsburgh and Minnesota before we went on and went to the Mets first 5 at minus 110. We passed on the Giants with the lean, Giants Braves with the lean towards those Giants in the first 5 innings. We got the first 5 under 6 at even money here between Colorado and Chicago. And we're going to close out our card here with the first 5 under 5 between the Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland Athletics. But that is going to do it for this one. Head to the chat one time real quick, and then we will head on out here. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, Joe Kryptonite. Good luck, everyone, and have a good weekend. Good luck there. Good night, Munchie. Joe, any crazy parlay today? Lions, Steelers, Patriots, Niners, all in a parlay. Good luck. I'll go Bears and Cubs run line. But that is going to do it for this show. Want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Earle Sports Bet Show tomorrow, anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good luck, everybody.